imitation is the best form of flattery. Or as I would say, someone who I also really used to look up to, rest in peace, was Virgil Abloh.
Yeah.
So he said, when you see those mimics, that's actually a sign that you're doing the right thing. Fashion Fuse? No, I'm all about peace.
Okay, you're all about peace, love.
It's not even a PR answer. Yeah, African fashion is a hit. Like, when compared to some of the things, not to throw a bit of shade, but compared to what I was seeing that side to what I see back home, African fashion is where it hits. So it's really our time to shine. Use what you have, use the most of it. If you're someone who's working right now, you're making an income. Use that to actually make your mistakes, because you will make mistakes. Sometimes they're expensive.
ICBS ones, off-white beat on ones, foreigns part of my life.
Hello and welcome to Dress Me's Offscript, the podcast where we give you conversations that are as tailored as the looks we love. My name is Neliswa Mhlongo and I am your host. Please do make sure that you like, subscribe and share the channel. Please do help us grow. Today I've got an amazing guest. He is a culture curator who is redefining storytelling and fashion in his own way. He's a visionary and he is the brains behind Bantu Gold. Listen, anything fashion, you ask him about it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please help me welcome Lukhundo Simphemba. Am I pronouncing it right?
Perfect, you got it perfect.
Okay.
Thank you so much for that.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
I'm doing
good.
well,
Super excited to be here.
I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and join me this
Thank
afternoon.
you for having me. Yeah.
Before we go into everything, right, we're going to play a little game.
Okay.
So I did say earlier on, we've got a little cup here. And in this little cup of ours, I've got a couple of brand names, designers, things of that kind, things of that sort, things of that nature, right? So what I want to see today is if you know your designers, your brands, and also fashion trends.
You're putting me on the spot.
I am putting you on the spot. So we're going to have a timer of how long we have in order for us to get through this.
All right, cool.
Right? So we're going to have 60 seconds on the clock. 60 seconds on the clock to do this.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. 3, 2, 1. Wait, let me define the rules of the game before we actually go into it, right?
I was about to wing it.
So I've got a couple of brands. Like I said, I've got brands, I've got designers, I've also got brands, designers, and fashion trends. Okay. I'm going to define them to you and you need to tell me what the brand is.
Okay, so it's like 30 seconds.
30 seconds,
all right,
essentially.
Perfect.
But I'm calling it Fashion Link.
Okay,
changing it a bit. Okay,
let's
cool.
do it.
Are we ready?
All right.
3, 2, 1. Okay. Damn. It's a South African brand and it's known for patterns.
Maklosa.
The other one. Very colorful as well.
Imprint.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's for ladies. The abbreviation is 3 letters.
Is it South African?
No, it's is it Italian? But it's a very luxury brand.
Ooh, abbreviation is 3 letters.
Yes.
Oh my word.
Okay.
Let's
move on to the next one.
Yeah.
My word. I'm gonna pass on this one as well.
Okay.
Why did I write so many difficult questions? Okay. Pharrell is the creative director
Louis
of the
Vuitton.
Yeah, bro.
Yes.
It's a fashion trend that the ladies are doing right now, and they wear shoes that are for a particular dance style.
Aibo.
That's fast. Let's go to the next one. Okay. He named the brand after himself.
Okay.
And
Karl Lagerfeld.
No, right now they're trending for tote bags, and he had a saga with Norris Smith, I think last year.
He named the brand after himself. Is it Birkin?
Another one.
Okay. Let's Hermes.
Move on to no.
Okay,
cool. It's also known as Canadian tuxedo.
Okay, denim set.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Cool. Do we have more? Ooh, okay. The ladies like to wear this T-shirt, and normally the designer's name and it's the surname on the T-shirt. The surname is a 4-letter surname.
Louis.
No. The other one. The other one.
The other one. Is it Italian? Is it who?
I don't know, child.
Yeah, this.
Are we, is it, okay.
Okay.
Okay, I mean, Ooh, we got a lot.
We did okay.
We did okay.
Yeah.
We did okay.
Right.
I think I was just a terrible describer, all
No,
in all.
it's
I
all
was
my
a terrible describer,
Yeah.
all in all. So let's get
Like
into
you see, when
it.
you start talking about African fashion, that's where
Yes,
yeah, that's where I'm on.
I really had a lot of other African fashion. I think it's down there, and we didn't get into it.
Yeah,
yeah.
no.
But I
Awesome.
want to know if you had to have an ambassador, right? For Bantu Gold.
Yeah.
Whether it be a public figure or anybody else, who would it be?
It'll be guy I met yesterday, Harmony.
Oh, okay.
He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Even in terms of like beliefs and moral compass and what we're doing. Because like Bantu Gold, we're all about telling African stories in a global language.
Yeah.
So it wants someone who would actually be able to do that and represent that pretty well. So yeah, that's what I'd say.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, if you had to have a collaboration with yourself and another African brand, particularly, let me say South African brand.
Yes.
If you guys had to collab together, who would it be?
I hope you're watching this, Tebe Magugu.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
like, I love
okay.
his
That would
work.
be
Yeah.
that would be a fire collab.
I love his work. I love his storytelling. Even like the House of Magugu, like how he puts his pieces together and how he tells the story, even from like, you know, the influences from his mother and his grandmother. So yeah, that's really inspiring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know now, as a person who's in fashion, I think a lot of industries, and I was observing this, very, very awkward and weird of me to observe this, but I want to know in fashion, right? In a lot of industries, whether it be music, whatever have you, there's always feuds. Have you ever encountered and had any fashion feuds?
Fashion feuds? No,
Yeah.
I'm all about peace.
Okay, you're all about peace,
Yeah,
love.
it's not even a PR answer. Like,
Okay.
yeah. I'm telling you.
We
Yeah.
warned each other about PR answers before
Yeah, we
this.
did,
It's not
we
a PR
did.
answer.
Yeah, like literally no feuds. Everything's been good, whether it's from like the fashion showcases that we're
Yeah.
doing, the organizers, we have a lot of love for them, the models, they're more like family friends, you know, so I haven't really had any encounter where I've had to, you know, bring out the gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you did mention to me when we were talking before that you studied accounting.
Yes, I did.
After having to study accounting, you worked as an auditor,
Yes,
right?
yes, I did.
And you worked for about 5 years before saying, you know what, I want to do this entrepreneurship thing seriously and full time.
Yes.
And I want to know also, because a lot of the time, obviously, when we tell our parents, "Khori, I want to take this path and I want to do something different," it's a bit difficult. Was it difficult for you, or was it a bit more easier because you had grown?
Like my parents, I love my mom to death. She's never put pressure on me. So like, if you want to do it, as long as you can fund it for yourself, I don't see no wrong. She's always just wanted me to be happy. So I think I've always been creative growing up, but just could never realize how I could monetize my creativity. So that's why I went the accounting route and the auditor route, working in different businesses, learning about now if I call it the unsexy stuff, like the supply chain, the admin. So that really helped and gave me the confidence to actually start running my business full time as a fashion designer.
So when did it click to you to say, you know what, I can't do this auditing thing for life?
So I like how you asked a PR version of the question, but when we're talking off camera, I literally got fired 3 times, like in my 5 years. Yeah, the first time, you know, I told my boss that I'm sick. Next thing he watches me on live TV talking about my fashion brand. Yeah, second time it happened the similar way, but this time it was a radio interview. So the third time, I actually realized it got to a point where I was actually losing out more being in the office than running my business. So that's when I just took the leap of faith and just did it full time.
Okay, but also I feel like you had colleagues who ratted you out. Do you think that was the case? Because how did your boss find out at the time? Do you even know?
No, like they're savvy because, you know, they always follow. I was also slow. I didn't block them on WhatsApp. I didn't block them on Instagram.
That's how you got caught. That's how you got caught in the end.
Yeah.
So
but my colleagues actually used to cover me so much.
Yeah.
Like,
Shame you had amazing colleagues who believed in you and the vision.
Yeah, I even got a text from one of them this morning, just like, yo, shout out to everything you're doing because he saw that we're in New York. So yeah.
We're going to get into that in just a few. But before we get into that, you did also say that your business and your brand is about like a year old coming into this year.
Well, a year old running it full
full-time.
time. Yeah, but it's a COVID baby. Yeah. Started way back in 2020, 2021. Yeah, so just when we're first having the chats about who's essential, who's non-essential. So I was non-essential as an accountant. So I'm like, okay, I'm doing this. Let me actually just use my gift and figure out what to do. So our first product was actually masks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally. So we used to steal fabric from my mom's closet and like make African print masks.
Yeah.
And then I had a neighbor who was a cop, so we had access to move around and do deliveries. So yeah, that's how it started. Then eventually did t-shirts, then full collections, and then yeah.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And then after masks, what did you go into?
So after masks, I think we did our first full collection about a year later.
Yeah.
It was through an organization called Fashion Without Borders. So actually that first showcase, I didn't even really know what was going on. I was just there to have fun. But there were some scouts from Mr. Price who were there. So they picked us out, and then we did a whole designer incubation with them for about 6 months. Yeah, so yeah, that was the next step after that.
Yeah, but also as a person who did or studied accounting, when did you get the time to say, okay, cool, this is what I'm passionate about, and you started having to, so how did you even get into saying, okay, cool, let me just sit down with the machine and try to sew, and let me sit down and then start this business, but particularly starting with the sewing and starting with the, building the brand, because you were not, fully into that.
Well, I'm a firm believer in delegation.
Period.
So just delegate as much as possible. On the accounting side, I worked my way up pretty fast to a point where I had juniors. So I used to tell them, listen, if you see me working, then you're not doing your job. I just need to be just, giving you instructions. And then on the production side, we'll have seamstresses. So I would come up with the initial idea, then they take it to the next level. So
when you were starting off with the mask, it was just you though, and the machine.
Yeah, and my sister as well.
And your sister as well.
So just be on the machine, she'll be on the machine, I'll be hand stitching. Yeah. Eventually, my mom also got involved, so it's been a family thing.
Before this, you asked me what was my favorite interview.
Yeah.
Up to this point, and I want to ask you from all of the collections that because now you were asking me about who my favorite baby is. I'm going to ask you about who your favorite baby is.
Yeah.
Out of the collections that you have, what would you say your favorite piece is?
My favorite piece, okay. It has to be, it's a tough question, but the youngest child is always the most favorite. Yeah. So it's a two-piece that we recently showcased just last week. Yeah. So it's like how I was saying, a Canada tuxedo denim, then with African print going on. So yeah, hopefully I can send some pictures to the production team so that we pop it up while I'm talking here. Yeah, that's my favorite set right now.
Yeah, you did mention New York Fashion Week
showcase.
So that is huge, massive. How was that experience for you? Was it your first time?
Yeah, it was my first time, even in America in general. Yeah.
Really? So how was that experience for you?
It was amazing. It was really amazing. Things were happening so fast. I didn't even get a chance to be in the moment while I was there, because I was really just focused on, getting everything going.
Yeah.
Traveled with my good colleague as well, who's helping me run the brand as well, Shakes. So we were there literally just working. So I'd work during the day, go out during the night to network some more, just meeting different people from the different media. Then eventually when it was time for our showcase, it just went by so quick. I'm still...
You're like, where did it go? Where did that time go?
I'm still reminiscing on it. So it was an amazing experience. But what I can say is that African fashion is a hit. Like when compared to some of the things, not to throw a bit of shade, but compared to what I was seeing that side to what I see back home, African fashion is where it hits. So it's really our time to shine.
And I think a lot of the time we underestimate ourselves as Africa in terms of, fashion and design. And we say, we aspire to be like. So you having to say that is huge for a lot of people, more especially for a lot of people who want to go into this thing, right, full time, and maybe have those doubts that they do have. So you said, right, you did start your business full-time last year, right? And being an entrepreneur is not an easy thing, right? I want to know what moment from you having to start your business made you say, right now, I didn't stop, so I'll never stop. That time where you were like contemplating, is this thing that I want to do, is it not? And then you're like, okay, cool. The fact that I made it through this point in time means that I can tackle anything that comes when it comes to me having to run this business.
I guess, a turning point for me was changing my LinkedIn from auditor to fashion designer. So that's the big announcement to the corporate world that I'm not going back. And then, you have your different moments, but I have a good support group. So I haven't been in like a super dark place where it's like, okay, but I just always know that this is what I wanted. So I'm just going to stand on it and like keep going. Yeah. So I can't really point to a certain time where it got very dark, but all I say is that it just keeps going. You know? Even in the day, like day you have night, you have dawn, you have the afternoon. Yeah. So that's how it goes.
So I love the perspective that you have, because you are essentially showing us that even when the night is here, the morning is coming. It's going to look good. It's going to look good. So don't give up on that business. Yeah. If you are experienced, a period and a season where it is night.
Yes.
So I have...
Even sorry to cut you off, but even the night has its advantages. You know, there's...
Exactly. There's lessons to be learned in the night.
Yes, in the night
right,
as well,
and improving on it, moving forward. I've got a lot of people who I encounter, come across, and obviously they share the struggles of having to start a business, more especially because of capital.
Yes.
Was that a factor for you, or were you a person who said, okay, cool, in my journey of being an auditor and receiving maybe the amount of money that I am receiving, I'm taking care of myself in terms of my living expenses, and I'm putting some money aside to the business?
Yeah, so I'm someone I didn't groove, I didn't go out. Yeah, so
even now, or was it just then because you're like, I'm saving up for the business?
Now we're getting back, we're getting back some lost time.
Yeah.
You know? So like literally every time salary comes in, material. Every time salary comes in, photo shoots. Every time salary, you know, like just literally earning and really putting it back. Even still to this day, like whatever money comes in is going straight back into the business. I treat it like my child, you know. So just want to see her grow.
Yeah. So with you having to do that, what would you recommend to someone who's starting up in business? Would you recommend that maybe they quit their job cold turkey and go and try to find financing in order to start the business? Or would you say, save up the money to start the business?
So what I would say, so from my home village, like back in Zambia, there's a saying on the board when you enter the village. It says, where there's a finger, there's a farm. So basically that means just use what you have, use the most of it. If you're someone who's working right now, you're making an income. Use that to actually make your mistakes, because you will make mistakes. Sometimes they're expensive. So I would say do that. If you're someone who's like, let's say in college, you don't have an income yet, there's not even, if we're talking clothing, there's not much saving that you have to do. Like, can make a design and put it on the internet and then make a pre-order. You know, and then start earning from that.
But those things also, is that not how designers get like ripped off? In terms of you not obviously having maybe like a patent, I guess, for your design, and someone else sees it, and then now we're seeing it on fast fashion and.
Yeah, it's even if that's the case, it's still going viral because there've been brands who've actually been built off those sort of cases. Like Nike stole my design. Now everybody wants to know who's this designer that Nike stole from. Yeah. So there's always, when you get lemonade, when you get lemons, there's always lemonade to be made from it. So yeah, like my theme is just start, like right now. Even as you're watching, pause the video and start.
Go right now and make sure that you're starting that business.
Just go start.
So have you ever come across dupes of Bantu on any fast fashion brands? Because we know how they move sometimes.
Well, if I have, then they manipulated it enough for me. Yeah. So, but it's, imitation is the best form of flattery. Well, as I would say, someone who I also really used to look up to, rest in peace, was Virgil Abloh. Yeah. So he said, when you see those mimics, that's actually a sign that you're doing the right thing. Because as someone who's a creator, there's always more from the world that you can draw from. So if people are imitating it, then I'm happy.
It means you're doing something right.
Doing something right.
It means you're doing something right. But also, I was going to go into that conversation, and you answered the question for me, which is, how do you feel about dupes? So, also, there are big fashion houses that dupe bigger luxury brands.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. So you're just like, that's flattery to you.
Yeah, because even back to the Virgil conversation, there's something he used to say. They asked him, so how do you feel about the kids who can't afford your t-shirts and they make their own? It's like, that's the point. Like, if you can't afford Off-White, then you're going to go and start your own brand, which is also my case. Like if it means like taking the logo and just printing it for yourself, or making something that's of your own identity, then I feel like you should just go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not against it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned earlier on in our chat that you grew up in Botswana, but originally you're from Zambia. And right now you're in between Botswana and South Africa.
Yes.
What are some of the things that you love about South Africa? And what are some of the things that you enjoy about Botswana as well? And also some of the things that you hate as well about the two countries.
I love Botswana. It's very peaceful. It's a place to just go and like really regroup and think. Then I love South Africa because it moves at a certain pace. So everybody's ready to do business, especially in Joburg. There's not much hierarchy or time wasting that goes on. So that's what I would say I love about the two countries. In terms of hate, I love everyone.
Hey, you're giving me PR answers.
But okay, to be honest, I did stay in Joburg for quite a bit, but the speed of it, sometimes you just want to put the brakes, and then go back to a place like Botswana. And then at the same time, Botswana, especially for the creative industry, I'm not talking about everybody else and my personal experience, sometimes you need to like also ramp up the speed. So sometimes like it's not good to always be relaxed, and it's always not good to move at like high speeds. At
the end of your career, when you've made millions and millions and millions, and when I mean millions and millions and millions, I mean millions and millions and millions that afford you the life of just having to sit down and not work at all and have people who are probably doing the work on your behalf. Where would you want to raise a family?
Where would I want to raise a family? That's a good question.
And settle down.
I love Durban. Yeah.
I'm from Durban, so.
I love Durban, Balito in particular. So that area. I also love Cape Town as well.
Yeah.
But I think we'll be doing the same thing, just traveling like the major cities, Cape Town, Durban, back to Botswana. Yeah. That's how I do it. I'd love my kids to be well traveled.
Yeah.
Yeah, to see the world for themselves.
But is marriage, kids, is something that you aspire to? Maybe not right now, maybe in the future.
Yeah, it can even happen next week.
Next week, you're ready for next week?
Yeah, honestly, because I feel like, I've always been told that a man without a family is like a king without a crown. So,
oof.
Yeah, that's the magnum opus for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear it, but break it down for us. Why do you believe in that saying so much?
Because at the end of the day, your family is your legacy.
Okay.
Yeah. And your house is sort of your kingdom as well. How you run your house will also be how you run your business and how you run your life. So I've also learned a lot, and I am learning a lot that I really want to pass on to my future seeds.
Yeah. Oof, beautiful, man. So if the ladies are watching, you're single.
Huh?
You're okay. Next question. Next question.
Okay,
So to everybody that's watching right now, looking at you, looking at what you've built and aspiring to be in the same position, what's a word of advice that you would give to them?
Just go for it. Let's do it. Nobody's perfect, and perfection is boring.
Yeah.
Fail fast, learn faster. Like just go for it. Yeah, that's the advice that I'll take. Whatever idea that you have right now, that's the one.
Yeah.
And if it's not the one, you'll get a new idea.
Yeah.
And then you learn from the previous one that failed. So let's just keep going, and let's be blessed and bless other people while we do it. Yeah.
Beautiful. To all the ladies, if you didn't catch it, he's not single.
Yeah.
Oh, he is. You're not.
No, I'm not.
He's not single. You're not.
I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I want to now know, just in closing, or as we're about to close, what's the one thing you would say to your parents, looking at yourself now and looking at the man that you have become?
Yeah.
What's a word of thanks that you would give to them for raising you to be such a young man, a good, well-established, young man?
I'd say, look, Mom, I can fly.
Oh.
But I'd say just thank you for the principles. I think because the principles has really been what's helped me. I'll tell you a funny story. One of the first shoots that we did when I was younger, did something a bit raunchy. We're advertising some new jeans, so we're trying to do some like Calvin Klein.
And you were the model?
No, I wasn't the model.
Oh, okay.
I had a photographer, I had a model. As soon as I post, I tell you like 5 minutes in, grandma calls. Hey, grandma, you have Instagram, what's going on? He's like, no, you can't be doing this. Like, just because you're in this industry and they move a certain way doesn't mean, like, what makes you different, you know? So I really love the principles that have been instilled in me that's what's helped me actually run the brand the way it has.
Yeah.
And then I've found other people who are also on that same moral compass and have those same principles. And those are the people who relate to the brand as well. So I'll just say thank you for all the principles. Thank you for waking me up on Sunday to go to church when I didn't want to. Just thank you for being strict. So it's all making sense.
Yeah, you are someone who is a believer. And as someone who is a believer, what would you say are some of the principles that you've learned as a believer that you've come to apply into business?
I would say just like treat others how you want to be treated. Like some of the biggest connections have come from the most unlikely places, just because I was good to someone and not even needing anything from them, just naturally being good to someone, and then that opens another door. And then also the faith aspect of it, the faith element, that's also been something that's been really good, to just always trust God. When it looks like it's getting worse, that means it's about to get a lot better, because you're never given a hurdle that you can't tackle. The bigger your hurdles, the bigger person you are.
But also, you know that the bigger the attack, the enemy knows, this one is going far. This one is a special case, and that's why the attacks become so much worse.
100%,
But before we close, can you give us your social media, your contacts, so that everybody watching can essentially go to Bantu Gold and support and purchase and buy, because the buying is the important part of it all.
That's essential, So on socials, catch us at Bantu Gold. So that's BANTU GOLD. We're on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, on Threads, wherever you want to catch us. And then our website is www.bantu-gold.com.
Alrighty. And then your own personal Instagram?
You can find me at king.lux, so king.lukx. That's where you can find me.
Alrighty. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon.
Thank you.
Had an amazing conversation with you. Hopefully you can be back in the future as well, so that we can, have some time and sit down and, delve into other aspects and other different things that we need to delve into. Because of time, we need to end the podcast. But thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much. All right, cool.
Alrighty, please do make sure that you do like, comment, subscribe, share the channel to a friend of a friend, family member, whoever you think would enjoy and would love the podcast. From me, Unedi Swagamshongo, it's over and out. I love you. It's goodbye for now, and I'm going to see you in the next one.